Saving the Everglades, like every conservation battle, is something that's not going to happen today or with the stroke of a pen. It's going to be something that happens over time. If we kind of use the national park system as an analogy, I started in 1872. Do you know when the last national park was actually incorporated in? It was 2004. Fighting a conservation battle is something that never stops. 2010 was an interesting year for Everglades restoration, because if you read the headlines, certainly the ones that many of us saw, you'd think that we had a big failure. The reality is that I'm less interested in what the headline is in 2010 as to what the headline is going to be in 2110. We're going to look back and say, wow, 2010 was fantastic because we got the first most critical piece of land for Everglades restoration. The great thing that the foundation does is we're bringing the best scientific practices towards this critical issue of how best and most economically to save the Everglades. And our fellows provide a very, very important research piece to that.
Targeting graduate students with these fellowships is really getting to the core of Everglades science.
These are the people that are going to be the leaders. They're critical to the future continuation of the restoration effort.
Without grad students working on their research projects, we would not have the new information that we need to get Everglades restoration moving in the right direction.
I'm trying to couple natural and chemical systems to increase phosphorus removal in the Everglades ecosystem.
Trying to understand the fluid dynamics and how they interact with seagrass structure.
And I study ecosystem metabolism in oligotrophic southern Everglades mangrove ponds.
We're really lucky because these kids have a passion.
It feels great to be on the front line of something you know that's going to make a difference in the world.
They're out there, they're in the airboats, they love it, they're dealing with no telling what type of adverse conditions, but if not for them, we wouldn't be saving this resource, we really wouldn't. This is a great way of starting a young, smart person down a road of being a doer of good deeds. The stipend probably works out to about 2 cents per mosquito bite. It's almost an act of cruelty, really.
This funding that the donors provide to the foundation, there's not enough words to describe how important it is for young scientists, young researchers.
The foundation allows us to be able to take our information and give it both to the public but also to the policymakers.
The research that they're doing for the stipend that they get to access millions of dollars of research labs. They're accumulating knowledge that we're going to need for restoration. That's an investment in thought capital that will perpetuate itself for decades to come. So to be able to manage financial capital with passion, you always get the greatest outcome of all time. And that's why these Everglades Fellows is the best investment you'll ever make.
It all makes a difference, it all matters. Every bird, every blade of grass out there, every cell.
I think it's very important for the progress of science that you have something like the foundation, making sure there's a continuity there, that the information keeps flowing.
Fighting a conservation battle, preserving our natural resources, is something that never stops. It goes on and on. It's a work in progress. I'm hoping that some of our fellows will carry the torch when it comes to fighting and advocating and saving this wonderful natural resource for future generations.